Hello once again, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to a very special edition of Star Wars Darth Tuba's unboxing show pre-shelf talk. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'll get it out to you in a minute. I don't know a good way to title it. So here's the thing. I want to try to bring in we are just hit 3,000 subscribers, which I'm really excited about. Thank you to those brand new subscribers, and I think that's really cool. Who knew that there were 3,000 people that enjoyed watching some random dude open Star Wars toys? But wait, what the heck, right? There's a place for everybody here. So what I was trying to figure out is what's a kind of just a fun little way to get a little bit more interactive. I'm still having trouble with live streaming. It's still not working on my phone for whatever reason. But that doesn't matter because unlike many live streamers, I am nowhere near any place like Disney or Disney World, Disneyland that I could put together a weekly or monthly, live stream show there. I mean, I could do that when I'm there, but it just doesn't really work. So until I get to somewhere where I can figure out this whole live streaming thing or get more subscribers or what have you, we're gonna just have to go with the best we can. But 3,000 was a good number for me, and I thought, well, what can I do? What can I do to perhaps celebrate that, and how can I be a little interactive? Okay, so I did some thinking and some more thinking, and again, it's just me right now with my little podcast. No, what am I thinking? My live what is this called? Video. Yes, my little video channel, and I just wanted to do something that could just be kind of interesting. So I thought I would put give the power to the people, as they say. All right, and that is that I want to do an unboxing for some of this. I want to start unboxing some of my vintage stuff, but I'm sorry. When I say vintage, I shouldn't say vintage. That's bad. I don't have any vintage stuff. I have all loose vintage stuff, but I mean, I'd like to consider unboxing some of my older stuff from the early 2000s, the late 90s, that kind of thing. But some of it, I'm just kind of like, well, do people really want to see this? Would they rather see that? I'm not sure. So I thought, hey, why don't I just ask the viewers to kind of throw something out there, okay? And this time around, I think, this might become a regular thing, but for the first time out, we are going to keep it and relegate it simply to, I'm going to take up a few items. You can sort of see them over here. They're stacked up, and I want to show them to you, and I'd like to know from you whether you think we should unbox them, or if there's one you have a top choice, and we'll see what it is. Okay, we'll see what happens in the comments. And once I get a good idea of what the comments are, I'll make a little graph and a chart and see how many people did it, and then I will unbox the highest one first. And if it's completely random, if I have only, if there's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's roughly 10 items here. So if I get 10 viewers to give me to each comment on one of them, then I'll consider it a draw. If I get 20 viewers to each comment on the equal two of them, we'll consider it a draw, and so on. And I'll just pick one. But for now, I want to leave it up to you. Okay? So let's start at the top of my little pile here. And again, I will say that the one thing that most of these, well, all of them have in common, that they are packs of figures, multi-packs of figures. Okay? Most of them are within that battle pack kind of realm, okay? Which I've been doing some unboxings in the past. You can go check out my other videos if you're new to the channel. All right, but for this one, I wanted to kind of walk through a couple of different choices and see what you think. Okay, now I have more than what I'm showing you here, but some of them I'm just not ready to open up yet. There's a few that I feel that they look so cool boxed up that I just don't want to unbox them. However, never say never. It might happen in the future, so we'll see. All right, first up, we've got this one. We've got ObiWan Kenobi. This is from the Clone Wars, and it's the 212th Attack Battalion Clone Troopers, okay, which is from 2008, so right when the Clone Wars TV series and movie came out. Obi-Wan leads the elite 212th Clone Trooper Attack Battalion. The Jedi General has fought in many battles and spearheaded many crucial operations during the Clone Wars, including breaching Nute Gunray's fortress to gather vital information about the mysterious Darth Sidious, and the grueling hunt for General Grievous, whose capture or demise would seriously undermine the Separatist droid army. So you see, you got 4, is it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 clone troopers, okay? And you got Obi-Wan with It doesn't. You can see it on the back with the cartoon. He's got the jetpack on, and he's got his clone armor. So there you go. That's item number 1. So if you think you'd want this one, I mean, just call it ObiWan Kenobi 212th. Okay, that'll be a pretty good indicator. All right, let's check out item number 2, going in a completely different direction. Okay, let's step away from the Clone Wars and into Return of the Jedi with those lovable but lethal, deadly, cannibal creatures we all love and know as Ewoks. This is a nice little Ewok pack. Okay, the Ewoks are Ewoks of Bright Tree Village join forces with the rebels to battle Imperial troopers. These diminutive natives of Endor are fierce fighters with an array of weapons to help defeat the troopers and immobilize Imperial walkers. Armed with spears, clubs, and weapons taken from overpowered troops, the Ewoks do their part to free the galaxy. Okay? So you can see here, you got some really cool ones here. Alright, and the Ewoks specifically are Flitchy, Nanta, Tebow, Nisha, and Tippet. So there you go. So there's a nice little 5-pack of Ewoks. They all come with multiple types of hoodies and, and I said hoodies, hoods, and different large and small spears and calling horns and all sorts of things. Really great Ewok army builder. I'd love to open this one because I actually have an Ewok diorama playset, not to mention the Ewok playset itself, that I could very happily put these Ewoks into. So, if you're thinking that one, just one word, Ewoks. Okay, that'll be the next one. Moving on. It's a Toys R Us exclusive from 2008 again. This is the Battlefront 2 Droid Pack. There has been a lot of discussion about Battlefront and Battlefront 2 and all the Battlefronts that have been coming out. I know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a gamer. I have students who are mega gamers who are looking at me like I am, how could you call yourself a Star Wars fan and not have played Battlefront 2? They're talking about the original Battlefront 2. Yeah, what can I say? Lego Star Wars, I like that. Okay, but I'm just not a gamer when it comes to other things. But I do like collecting the toys that go with it because I just think that anytime they can give me different paint apps or different sculpts of figures, and anytime I can build up an army of any kind, whether it be a battle droid army, a clone army, an Ewok army, doesn't matter, okay? So here we have the battle droid assassin, the destroyer droid, the super battle droid, the Magna Guard droid, the battle droid, and ammunition droid. What's funny is that, a lot of these have all been released before. They just, some of them direct releases. They're just a direct re-release, no repaints, no nothing. However, they do try to, most of them do try to have at least some slight alteration. Okay, and again, this came out in 2008, and while, it's in the same kind of box as the Clone Wars, you'll notice, like, if I put back this box, and it says the Clone Wars on it, okay, this one says the Legacy Collection. So, there you go. Alright, if you want this one, just say, I think you can get away with just saying Battle Droids. Battle Droids, okay, cool. Next one we have, and again, I would imagine, folks, that this is just for fun. I'll end up probably opening all of these at some point, but the top 1 or 2 that you guys vote on or you leave comments for, I will pick those 2 to start, 1 or 2 to start. All right, we have the Joker Squad in honor of the Joker movie, which has nothing to do with this. But here we have from 2008. Again, a lot of 2008s. They were really battle pack happy in 2008. We've got the Joker Squad. Okay, we've got the Stormtroopers of the 407th Division. Anson Trask, Sergeant Harkis, Jess Gistang, Hondo Carr, and Bax Potor are sent to take down one of their own. The 908th Division is going to defect to former Emperor Fell's side against the current Sith regime. The 407th is ordered to stop them. The Sith Lord Malibal joins them to ensure they finish the job. Trask's first mission as a stormtrooper challenges his ideals as well as his courage, and has dire consequences for the rest of Joker Squad as well. I do believe this is from a comic book, Star Wars Legacy, and I have no idea what this is. I never read it. I honestly purchased it again. It's kind of cool to see different stormtroopers with different face sculpts. Although I want to say this one right here, right? Yeah, this one just looks like an angry Luke. So, whatever. And this really cool. I forget, is that squid head is what I learned. I grew up. What is it? I forget what is it Aqualung or Aqualish, I think. Creature that's a Sith Lord. So pretty cool there. You know, some neat ones there, and a neat way to open up some of the some of the trooper packs. And let me know if that's what you want. If you want this one, just call it Joker Squad or Joker. That'll give me the idea. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is a previews exclusive. Was this one too? No, that one. This was an Entertainment Earth exclusive. A lot of these came from smaller companies and worked out deals. This is from the Previews company exclusive, Crimson Empire. I did read this comic book. Okay, Crimson Empire, which includes Emperor Palpatine, Darth Vader, and then 4 of the Royal Guard that I think are undergoing grueling tests to become the Emperor's Royal Guard. Lemet Talk, Kier Kenos, Alum Frost, and Karner Jax. And it says, the Royal Guard is Emperor Palpatine's elite security force, clad in striking red robes. They are respected and feared throughout the galaxy for their elegant and deadly fighting skills. Candidates are chosen from the ranks of the Imperial squads and trained on the barren world of Yinchor. They work hard to master the lessons being taught to them, for their very lives are at stake. When Darth Vader tests them in the Crucible arena, they do not get a second chance if they fail the test. So they're basically fighting to the death. Pretty cool. And again, this one I like because there are 4 distinctly different figures, along with Emperor and Vader, which I've got a lot of Luke's Emperors and Vaders. But that's a nice one. So Crimson would be the Q on that one. If you comment that that's the one you want, Crimson would be the word to put out there in the comments. Okay. This one I think I'm going to set aside and end with that one because it's not really in the same vein as the rest. Okay, this one we're going to call... you know what? I think these I'm going to do together. I mean, I would do them together anyway, but I just think I want them to be voted together. And that is the Force Unleashed. This is the Force Unleashed collection. These are 2. And the year on this, again, man, so many things came out in 2008. That is an amazing thing to consider, the fact that 2008, we didn't have a movie. All we had was everything else but a movie. And yet they came out with more stuff than they did on this year. It was a movie. Tear. Anyway. It's great to be a Star Wars fan now because of so much content. It's not great this time to be a Star Wars collector. Although there is Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never surrender. Galaxy's Edge in Disney World has great offerings, all unique and new, and never ending for your wallet. So there's that. But like in your local store, there's nothing else. So nothing to this caliber. But let's quickly talk about this. All right, so we've got Emperor Palpatine. Among the Emperor's elite shock troopers, the Shadow Troopers utilize advanced cloaking technology to ambush enemies. They can remain completely undetectable until the moment they strike. With keen tactical awareness, the Shadow Troopers can cross rebel lines undetected and use their stealth skills to gather intelligence so they can be used to organize future Imperial attacks. Rawr. Yes, there you go. Okay, so there's another Emperor with 2 of the Shadow Troopers. Okay, and along with that one, this will be together. Darth Vader with Incinerator Troopers. I love that. And this Incinerator Trooper looks vaguely familiar, almost like something you saw in the last episode of The Mandalorian. So, don't know if they meant for that to be the same or just was coincidence. One of the most devastating of the Empire's specialized stormtrooper units, the Incinerator Troopers wield powerful plasma rifles to set enemies ablaze. When deployed to a forest world like Kashyyyk, a small squadron of Incinerator Troopers can level an entire Wookiee village in a matter of hours. Well, of course they can. They got plasma weapons that are really combustible, and Kashyyyk Wookiee planet's entirely made of trees and wood. They should have thought that through, Wookiees. Just saying. Okay. Wookiee village in a matter of hours. Vader and the Incinerator Troopers are sent in whenever example needs to be made of anyone who dares question the ultimate authority to the Empire, or of the Empire. So, if you're interested in these two together, Unleashed, The Force Unleashed. And yes, I'm referring to the video game, which another one I have played, and you know, a pretty cool game indeed. And I was actually able to play, I think, that entire game, like get to the end, which is something for me as a non-gamer, that's kind of hard. All right, wrapping things up here, coming close. All right, we got another Legacy collection. Again, I'm guessing by the size of the box, I'm gonna say 2008. Oh no, this one's not giving me a year at all. Gotta have a year. Hang on. Stay on target. This is interesting. It says this is like a United Kingdom. This might be. I'm wondering if I got this in Europe, because it doesn't list. Oh, well, whatever. I can't tell. I'm guessing. Oh, wait. 2008. Yes, there it is. Haha. All right. So this, I'm gonna try to get this a little best, like somewhere between the glare and the lighting to go the right way. This is the Rebel Pilot Legacy Series 2, which has Kessin Omis, Kayan Farlander, and Ceci Doc Iris. Kessin comes from The Empire Strikes Back, never remember him. Kayan Farlander from Return of the Jedi, also didn't remember him. Ceci Doc Iris, X-Wing Rogue Squadron, okay? The legacy of the Rebel Alliance pilots is one of outstanding courage and noble commitment to the face of overwhelming odds and powerful enemies. They emerge from a darkened galaxy to reawaken hope from the formation of the gallant Rogue Squadron that included doomed Ceci Doc Iris to the Battle of Hoth, in which Kessis Omis took aim as a snowspeeder pilot in defense of Echo Base, and in the Battle of Endor, where veteran pilot Kayan Farlander harried enemy fighters and helped bring down an empire. So, really cool. I would say probably Rebel pilots. I think that would be good, right? I don't think I have any more Rebel pilots, so we'll go with that. If you want that one, go with Rebel pilots. Almost done. Second to last, we've got. Now this is actually the ones that actually say Battle Packs. Okay, so these go back a little ways. It's 2007, so 13 years ago. Wow, where'd the time go? All right, and this is Attack on Kashyyyk. So this is basically taking figures from a moment. It also has a Force Unleashed, but that was just more of an advertisement, or maybe not. No, this is from the Force Unleashed. Yes, because yes, there was an Attack on Kashyyyk in the 2005 Revenge of the Sith, but there was also the Force Unleashed game, which kind of had another Attack on Kashyyyk. So, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed video game, next chapter in the Star Wars saga, tells the story of Darth Vader's secret apprentice, a mysterious figure who has been trained by the menacing Sith Lord to hunt down his Sith Lord. This is why I don't read like on camera very much. Just so you know. Sith Lord to hunt down the last of the Jedi. Set in the dark times between episodes 3 and 4, it explores the aftermath of Order 66 and continued evolution of Darth Vader, leading directly to the events of Star Wars: A New Hope. And we've got for this just 2 Stormtroopers, 2 Wookiee warriors, and Darth Vader. I think all of these are re-releases of previous figures, but the battle packs are fun. You know, I always thought they were great. I mean, I really did. I really loved. You know, it was a throwback to the kind of battle packs that we had, or action figure sets that came out like during the Empire years. I think Star Wars had a few too. They're always a lot of fun. They're you know, it was just a way for Hasbro, or at the time Kenner, to you know, sell the figures, you know, that they overmade. You know, they made too many of them, so they put them in packs and put it, you know, pay 3 for the price of 2 or something. And those actual 3-packs, and I've said in previous episodes, they've gone on to become quite valuable in their boxed form. But I like that they brought this idea back in the late 2000s or whatever, just because it's a lot of fun. So one more, okay? So there's, I think, about 8 choices there when you include the 2 Force Unleashed packs together. I think for this one, if you're interested in this one, just put Wookiees, okay? Wookiees. I think that'd be the best one. Yeah, trying to separate them, and I'll review that on our way out the door here. So, and lastly, okay, we got this. Now I will say, I have mixed feelings about these figures. Okay, these are 12-inch figures that Hasbro started putting out a few years ago, and they, in places like Target, you can see we got the Target logo up there, they sometimes did multi-packs as a, kind of a gift idea, which I think is really good. And these do remind me very much of the original 12-inch Star Wars figures that came out in 78 and 79 and 80. And they might have only been 79 and 80. But they were basically 12-inch, 5 points of articulation figures. I have a fondness for them as a nostalgic collector, okay? But as figures themselves, they were vastly inferior to a few years later, like 20 years later, when they came out with the collector series of 12-inch figures that had more posable figures, more articulation, more detail, all that stuff. And they created a lot of them, and I've showed some of them in past videos. But then they came out with Sideshow, and Sideshow made an amazing leap forward with figure technology. And then again with Hot Toys making another leap forward. And yes, they're far more expensive because it's more expensive to tool them. So that makes sense. But I still feel that it is important to note that when they brought back these, I felt like they were trying to bring back the playability factor for kids. So, but nonetheless, I like this. It's kind of fun. But I think I want to, eventually do an unboxing. So, who we got here? We have, of course, let's see, on the end, we've got the Inquisitor. Then we have Ezra Bridger. This is obviously Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon series. We have Kanan Jarrus. We have the Shadow Trooper, which is an exclusive. Like, you could buy each one of these separately, right? Or actually, you could buy this one, and Vader, but you could not get these two. So, these two are, if you wanted them, you had to get this box. Shadow Trooper and Clone Trooper. So, and of course, Darth Vader. So if this is something that you think should be unboxed, then you can put, let's call this one Rebels, okay, because that's the name of the show. All right, so let's review. We got this one, which is Rebels. We've got this one, which we're going to say Wookiees, okay, the Attack on Kashyyyk. All right, and look, you can even just put the whole thing, Wookiees Attack on Kashyyyk, or just Attack on Kashyyyk. The full name of the thing is fine, too. So there's that. We've got, let's go with, all right, this one will say Rebel Pilot Legacy. Okay, Rebel Pilot Legacy. Cool. Followed by Unleashed, the 2 packs of Unleashed. Followed by the Crimson Empire, the Joker Squad, Battlefront, or Battlefront Droid Pack, Ewoks, and ObiWan Kenobi, or 212th. Anything that makes me indicate that that's what you want. Okay, so you give me a shout out in the comments, and I will look at them for the whole week. And then on the following, let's give it like 7 days, and then maybe on the next one and beyond that, I will, or at a future episode. I don't want to commit to a specific day or week or whatever, because the reality of it is I could get a new high-end item that comes in that I definitely want to open up sooner. So, but I will get it to a sooner episode, and I'll maybe even shoot out a post for the subscribers. And if you wish to subscribe, if you wish to make a comment, then please subscribe, leave a comment. If you don't want to subscribe, that's all right. But there's some great stuff here, guys. Look at my previous episodes. I stand by my channel. I mean, I love what I do. I gain nothing other than the love of doing it, and I'm not looking to well, I shouldn't say I'm not looking to monetize the channel. That's not the right word. I don't want to monetize the channel for purposes of making a profit. The only thing I might do in the future is try to create like a Patreon or something just to help pay for new figures that I can unbox and share with you. So, and even that, I mean, we're not looking at a way to, make this a full-time living. It's not nothing of that grand thing. So you're not going to see huge amounts of that kind of stuff going, of what other channels are trying to do. So I'm just having fun here. So have fun with me. So leave a comment. And again, I'll gather them all up. I'll see which ones pick the most. If we have nothing but ties, maybe I'll narrow it down and say, okay, we have it down to 2. Pick one of them, and we'll go from there. All right. But again, I think eventually you can see that all of these will eventually find their way on the unboxing channel. Thank you so much for watching. I had a great time this week doing this with you. I do want to let you know that on the next video following, if you recall last week we had the Bendums thing where I picked up a couple of Bendums at a toy show, and I said, you know what, this is a great thing. There's like a small amount of collection. It's not too big. I want to, finish this collection. Well, I sort of did, thanks eBay, but I was able to get pretty much the entire collection. So I will get that going, and I will put that out in the next video, so you can kind of see them all together, all joined together as the Bendum family. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.